Hey everybody, it's Team Royal Flush here with our Dimension Force Premier cards. We went to our local game store today, our OTS stores, and they were able to get the Dimension Force Premier event with this super cool playmat, the Field Center cards, and our promotional Visus Starfrost, Visus Starfrost, ultra rare. He's a secret rare in the set itself. But you get the cool ultra rare at the participating OTS stores. So
it's a nice, cool.
It is a cool
extender.
Yeah, Warrior Tuner, level 6, light attribute. So there's a lot of potential with him. His own ability as well is pretty good for extending board states and lots of fun combos potentials with him. Yeah, and Scareclaw's search for him as well. So
he's in a lot of different archetypes going into the next couple sets. So this is what I've heard.
So he's kind of like our new Albaz. That he's kind of the main character of our next few little archetypes and themes and stuff. But we got this box of Dimension Force. As you can see, it's still sealed. We got this as a reward, basically prizes from our premiere events today.
Oh my gosh, I cannot freaking rip this.
So we are going to open it on stream for you.
What is with this plastic?
It is secured, that's what it is.
I just broke this whole thing. That must have a starlight in it.
Jesus
Christ. There we go. We'll open up one of these. What's in here? What's some good pulls?
So secret rares, you can pull the cover card, which is Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. He is a ritual pendulum monster, so he's pretty cool.
First one in the TCG.
Yep, first TCG. We got some cool stuff. We got
here,
the new,
we have
Therion, a new archetype that is coming out for us in TCG now.
And then we have Warrock.
Warrock.
Gosh, I don't know where.
Sorry, let's. There we go. Warrock medium. There we go. Warrock support. Devouring Sarcophagus is a common. I personally love this card. Number one, I love the art. Number two, the effect. When it's destroyed by battle, you can take control of one of your opponent's monsters and turn it into a zombie with 0 attack and defense. Then, if it's in the graveyard and one of your zombies dies by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can banish it from your graveyard and take control of the monster that destroyed the zombie.
I
like it. It's this cool little rogue.
It has to be destroyed by battle, which is the only thing that's probably holding it back, but...
I think battle or card effect. It does turn the monsters that it takes.
Yeah, it has to be destroyed by your opponent's... by battle with an opponent's monster.
Okay, so battle by an opponent's monster, but then the other downside is that the monsters that it takes turn them to zombies and make their attack and defense 0. So you can't take a Blue Eyes and then attack them for 3k. But Scareclaw, our alternative, the trap card for the deck, and our first one, Performapal Gentrude, our little top hat demon.
I'm not sure if it's if this one's very good, but it is an 8 scale.
I was gonna say level 4,
we'll keep
scale
that
8.
Side.
Super.
I'm ruining the focus. Ruining the focus.
Hey, we got a Yamatoko Orochi. He's adorable and he's really cool. So level 1 tuner that can be treated as a level 8. For a synchro summon.
There's very similar effects like this that are coming out. There's that smoke mosquito that came out that does the same thing, ends the battle phase or halves the attack or halves the battle damage that you would take that turn.
Yep,
that's a really cool one.
The focus is.
I gotta stay up really high.
No kidding. He's so cute looking too. We got Light Law medium, level 2 fairy, level 2 light fairy. So. She probably will have some place up.
Yep,
and
Predaplant. This card is freaking crazy. This is I would butcher that name.
Predaplant.
Smack me in the face.
Predaplant. Oh, geez. Okay. Predaplant Ambulomylatus. I probably still butchered it, but. And then
the card that you can set.
Yeah, Sunlit Sentinel. That can be set face down in your spell and trap zone as a monster, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, this archetype. Predaplant's got some really nice, good support. So we'll keep going here. We will.
All right, next one.
Vlan Hydra. I'm not sure. Once again, a lot of these effects I haven't really gone over. I wish I've kind of went over most of these. I would have been a little bit more prepared.
Is that more
But this is a heroic.
Oh, heroic
Challenger.
challengers. That's right. We got more. Ooh, that print line right down the middle.
There is a lot of that in these sets. Another medium.
Another also print line.
Vivian Tall.
Vivid tail. It's Masquerena
Oh.
on her motorbike.
Hello, Masquerena.
And our first ultra of the box.
This is the primitive planet.
They're making a whole.
This is the Scareclaw.
Yes. So primitive planet Reichophobia.
And here's your new supply rank too.
That's a good one. The Scareclaws seem interesting.
I haven't really gone too much into there. Once we get the Link 1, I think they do get a lot better.
Dogmatic Liturgy.
I'm going to try to stay really close here so we can go. Branded Lost. Not Lost, but Lost.
Yep. Normal spell.
Oh, we have a new Ancient
Warriors.
Ancient Warriors. Try to see if we can clear up the...
I'm not sure why my camera's focus is being so weird. I may need to look into that.
Wow, holy moly. So I need to back it up a little bit more? I don't know. We'll keep
It's all
going.
good. Another Predaplant.
More platyplants. Okay.
Did he play that pendulum?
Predaplant. Bufolicula.
That's all it would be. That's all.
The Predaplant.
Yeah, my brother played that deck.
That card, the pendulum.
Huh? Yeah, no, he plays all of them now because they all do some floating effect when they are used as fusion material when they go to the extra deck or to the graveyard, which is
pretty good.
Yeah. One I believe this one specifically adds a dark pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand, except for itself.
Yeah.
And then the other one, we'll probably run into.
Probably find it. That's the Divine Dragon.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You have to add 3
cool
copies
art.
of itself. It's like, Therion, stand up! Stand up! Oh, yay.
Yay, Amphibious Bergroth MK2.
Or, is it 2 or 11?
It's Roman numeral 2.
Roman numeral 2. Oh, I just...
that's
whatever, it's whatever.
It's the curse. What is it? Dragon?
Curse of Dragon, the Magical Night Dragon.
Yep. More Gaia...
This one, I'm so glad missed the Starlight Rare. But then we still got a terrible...
I would have been okay with this as Starlight Rare. That is Curse of Dragon wearing... Look, Gaia's not even on the card. Gaia the Fierce Knight is not on the card. It's just Curse of Dragon wearing Gaia's armor. Which I think is hilarious.
This one is probably my favorite common of the whole set. Musical sumo dice games. So the effect is pretty much red. If you were to summon it to a zone, like over here, you roll a dice, and then it dances around the board and sucks up all your opponent's monsters.
It's a really fun effect.
as material. And so if you roll a 6 and you summon it in this zone, it goes around clockwise. And so if you summon another 6, it comes back around to you. So it's just
it's like playing Mancala with Yu-Gi-Oh cards and taking their stuff and just making your pile bigger.
Yeah, it's just and it has a win condition. It has an effect that says it have 10 or more Xyz
at the start
materials.
of and it's to add on top of everything at the start of your opponent's battle phase. Yeah. So that's just great interruption. If this card is in the main monster zone, roll a 6-sided die and move this card directly to that many 1 to 6 main monster zones clockwise. And if a monster is already in that zone, it moves 2. Attach that monster to this card as material. Transfer its materials to this card, if it's a Nixie's monster.
Wow.
If this effect causes this monster's number of materials to exceed 6, you win the duel.
Oh.
If this card cannot be moved, or the monster in the zone it moves to cannot be attached, send this card to the graveyard. What would be... So it doesn't scoop up... I was going to say, it doesn't scoop up every monster when it goes around. It only scoops up the monster that it lands on.
Oh.
So it doesn't go through everything, but when it moves around 1 to 6, I'm curious how that... I'm going to have to look into this card because this sounds super fun to build a really janky fun deck with. But I'm curious how it works, because is it still your monster if it ends in your opponent's monster zone?
I believe it'll be.
So then they use the effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it goes around and hits, the thing is if it's in the middle column, it's harder to go all the way around if you have to roll 6.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So
Anyway,
you want to summon it where it's beneficial to you in the
which
first
is generally
place.
right here, because it's going to go
It's
clockwise.
But yeah, if its material is more than 6, you win the duel. Cannot be moved. If this card cannot be moved, or it lands on a monster that can't be attached. I'm curious what those conditions and situations would be.
Maybe cards that are unaffected, but maybe
That's a possibility.
But even if cards are unaffected, they can still be used as material. Maybe, I don't know. I have to look into that. Symphonic Warrior DJJ. DJJ.
Jeez, the print lines on this.
You know, there's another really
That
nice.
whole.
Oh my gosh. The Duke.
Yep.
And then Performer Pal.
Lady
Lanz.
Lady Ange.
She's another Performer Pal. Cluster. Another Yomotamo. And Light.
Waifu page.
Light Law Medium.
No, she's not. No. We were having this discussion the other night about
We'll each open up one.
what your front page 9 pocket waifu page would be. What 9 cards?
Of all waifus?
All
my
what would you consider like who your 9 would be? And it was just an interesting discussion. But all right, we got Reverse Jar.
That card's very, very interesting.
I like this card. I really, really like this card. Ichiroku's Ledger Book. It's a normal trap. Target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls. Banish them until the end phase. Then your opponent gains 1,000 LP for each monster that left the field by this effect. So you do have to target your opponent's monsters, so it doesn't hit untargetables. But it's just a normal trap that gets rid of 2 of their monsters until the end of the turn. Or up to 2 of their monsters until the end of the turn.
It's like a better Icarus.
It kind of is. It removes them, they come back. They do gain life points. They gain 1,000 for each one, so it may be harder to OTK them, because now they're at least 10,000 if they haven't been hit yet.
Yeah.
But I think that there is some potential for this, because removing stuff at trap speed, giving them life points for stuff like
Yeah, it's a chainable trap. It's pretty decent.
It's a good interruption card. It's also Luster Dragon, the level 4, the Sapphire one. So Luster Dragon in the ledger, and that is Hana. No, not Hana. Yeah, Hanawa, the little rock spirit dude.
I'm pretty familiar with what it is. I just can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's Hanawa, because Hanawada is the effect damage Karibo, but Hanawa I think is what
This is the
it's
normal
called.
monster.
Yeah, the little rock spirit guy. But yeah, the fact that they gain life points from it, there is some play with like hope from escape. And just going even bigger on that.
What's not even like hope from escape, but what is you can, instead of gaining life
Oh,
points, you
yeah,
can do
bad reaction to Samochi
Samochi.
and Nurse Rafakil.
So you have removal.
That's
in that,
cool.
and
That's
and
cool.
You also
I like that.
Yep, all good stuff. Yep, this is the other one. This one, I'm just going to read this one.
Predaplant Triantis.
Yeah, so this one was, the floating effect was put a Predaplant counter on everything. That's what it is.
Yep.
So, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's much, but when you have cards that are, that give Predaplant counters and have effects when, like, we have a lot of stuff that is with manipulating levels. So if you're playing a deck like Sword Soul, reducing all their monsters to level 1 is kind of ridiculous.
Mad Mauler, level 2 Dark Zombie. It's basically more Plague Spreader support. Like that weird... Because I'm pretty... Yeah, this card's name becomes Plague Spreader Zombie while on the field or in the graveyard. So any of those old zombie synchro monsters that need Plague Spreader as their tuner monster, you can use this guy. Dogmatic Liturgy. Heroic Challenger Morning Star. More Heroic Challenger stuff. Ancient Warriors Savage Don Ying. Got another one of those. And Surprise Chain. Quick play spell. Super rare. Well, I should say the foil for the pack. Hey!
Wow, we got one.
It's a secret Vices Starfrost.
Looks nice.
He looks so good in secret rare.
Yeah, why do they make them ultra on them?
Wow, because they're trying to promote Scareclaw, so
Yeah,
they give
of
us the
course.
promo with the name. Wow, he looks great. That right there, that angle,
What was that one? That was the 5th pack in?
that was 5th pack in, yep.
All right, we'll go
Wow,
with...
that's so good.
Let's read the
just
effect. I
so
want to read
pretty.
the effect once
So,
more again.
he says, if this card is in your hand, you can target one monster you control with a different type and attribute than this card. You destroy that monster, And if you do, you special summon this card. So you have to blow up one of your own to
There's a lot of
summon
really
him.
cool effects with that, because the
There
first
is.
thing that comes to mind is Baobaboon.
Baobaboon works. Yeah, Unchained.
Unchained works.
The entire Unchained archetype. The rest of his ability is when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can make this card gain attack equal to half the original attack or defense of that monster, whichever is higher, your choice if tied. He's 2100 attack on his own, 1500 defense, but that is a permanent attack gain boost. So he can just run over and start running over some of the biggest monsters in the game if you
with
keep
it
them
eating
alive.
half. So if you start with just some smaller
So he's
creatures-
21 on his own. Let's say you run over a 2000 attack point monster. You deal 100 to them, he's now 3100. And then you can run over Blue Eyes, and that's a plus
1500
15,
more,
so now he's 46.
Make Kaiba's day.
Yes. Now he's 46, which is 100 more than Blue Eyes Ultimate.
I guess. If we're trying to make comparisons.
4 turns, yeah.
Or multiple attacks in the same battle phase.
If there's
twin
potential.
Twin swords of Twin Swords of Flashing Light.
Doesn't
Trice.
it cut in half your attack?
No, it just you lose 500 to begin with, so he'd be 16 on his first attack. But then you
Definitely.
pair it with Power of the Guardian, so every time he declares an attack, he gets a counter that's 500
If
more.
we're trying to do some sort of equip strategy, then sure.
It's warriors, of course.
It definitely is.
He's
we
also
can discover
is,
which one
yes.
you like more, the Ultra or the Secret. The Secret definitely looks
The
nice.
Secret's so much better.
Ben 10.
I can't even argue with it because look, like especially because his name is Starfrost. That's such a great. So like, oh, the Ultra's nice. Woo! As he flies out of the sleeve, the Ultra's nice. Good art,
but then-
kind of a cool picture. But then that Secret, you just get the star, the galaxy effect in the background.
Very, very nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
All right, let's go on to pack number 4. Well, we did
Pack
5,
number-
but this is the 4th because I
Sure.
grabbed
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one. So we have the Ice
The Ice
Curse.
Curse.
We have the Performapal. Backup
That's a
team.
Predaplant.
Oh, that is Predaplant.
Yeah.
What does this one do? I don't know if he ran this one. This one was... Oh, it's the floater. If it's sent to graveyard, you add a Predaplant monster from deck to hand. So that's cool.
That's pretty good.
1900 defense. If a monster with a Predaplant monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from the graveyard.
That's pretty good.
Wow, and it's also an extender.
1900 defense, level 1.
Ah, the new Navy Dragon mech, the new Maku mech.
Nice.
Not the Maku mech.
Dragon
but
mech.
The Dragon mech
Yeah.
card, the secret that was...
Vermilion mech
Yeah,
was
yeah.
was the fire attribute
So this is the one that negates effects now, I think.
instead of popping. Yeah, I think so.
Pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Is it quick effect?
I don't know.
He takes 1 tuner plus 1 plus non-tuner monsters. If this card is special summoned, you can target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of tuners in your graveyard. Negate their effects until the end of this turn. If this synchro summon card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 tuner in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So there's a lot of things about that effect that are really good. The first one is it doesn't matter how many tuners you use for his summon. Most synchro monsters like this, do this effect based on the number of tuners or non-tuners used for his summon. This is just however many tuners are in your graveyard when he's summoned, he gets to negate that many monster effects.
Does it take... It only takes 1
It takes 1 tuner plus 1 plus non-tuners. So you only need 1 tuner for him plus as many other non. But then for as many tuners in grave, I have 5 tuners in my graveyard. I will negate all 5 monsters on your board. Then, if he's destroyed by a card effect, doesn't say opponent's card effect. It says card effect. So you can use your Visus Starfrost and destroy your Navy Dragon mech, and then add a tuner back to hand, like a 3rd copy of Visus Starfrost, because he's a tuner.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And because... I mean, you can make them pretty easily with it because it's a 6. So all you need is a level 3, and you can make another one.
Well, then you make Vermilion Dragon mech and pop stuff now that all their effects are negated.
Yeah, I understand. And then there we have the Supreme Sea. This is the only other common that we had from the rest of the stuff that we haven't really touched up on. Just an Aqua effect.
Oh,
monster.
Supreme Sea Mare, yeah.
Send an Aqua monster from your deck to your graveyard. Seems pretty good. Generic for cube. I like seeing stuff like that. There you go.
Well, so with our Battle Pack 3 Monster League rule, can you summon Visus Starfrost,
Yes.
or can he not be summoned because you are
Yeah.
targeting a monster with the same type and attribute as him?
Well, so you can always. I've always thought about it as you can pick the
effect that you want for that.
Well, pick the attribute and type in which a card is on the field at any given time, but it can only stay the one time. It can stay one during the duration of the effect.
Got it.
So if you were to be like
tribute
off something,
so ask your cube playgroup is what you're saying.
Sure.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the foil, and we'll go through. General Probe, that's Symphonic Warrior support. Predaplant Biblisp, all right. Mortharion, Therian Bull Ein. Backup team, this is a retrain of Backup Soldier. Which was from way back in the day, the trap card that lets you get up to 3 normal monsters from your grave back to your hand.
What does this one do?
This one is draw cards equal to the number of cards your opponent controls.
Oh.
Then place cards from your hand on the bottom of the deck in any order equal to the number of cards you drew. So if they have 5 cards, you draw 5, and then any of those 5 cards in your hand you put back to the bottom.
It's a nice.
It's a cycling card. Yeah, it's a hand fixer card. The rest of the effect says, during the end phase, if your opponent controls more cards than you do while this card is in your graveyard, you can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use 1 backup team effect per turn, and only once that turn. So you get to use it twice for a single card, if your opponent has more cards than you do at any point. So kind of a fun card. Symphonic Warrior Guitariste. Ancient Warrior Saga, Deception and Betrayal. Getting a lot more cards recently, like
that have text that's longer than the box that you can put it in.
That and are like stories in the effects of spells and traps. We get the lore built in with like Ghost Meets Girl, a Mayakashi story.
Yeah, they have a kind of, you know, how they do that in Magic the Gathering, where they have like the spotlight story stuff.
Yeah, this is kind of, it's like Ghost Meets Girl, a Mayakashi story, and Ghost Meets Girl, a Shiranui story. It's storyline stuff without giving storyline stuff. Therion Reaper Foom and Haunted Zombies. That's a cool art. That's the soul-absorbing bone tower in the background.
Oh yes, the soul-absorbing bone tower.
Banish 1 zombie monster from either graveyard and special summon 2 haunted tokens. 0 attack and defense, zombie dark.
As we both.
Oh, with the same level as the banished monster. That's cool. If this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use 1 Haunted Zombies effect per turn, and only once that turn. Very cool. And then our foil for that pack. All right. Yakuza, Lord of the 8 Thunders. It's a big old worm monster. That's cool. Oh, he's got a lot of text. Special summon this card from your hand by banishing 1 level or rank 8 monster from your graveyard.
Extender.
You can target 1 level or rank 8 Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or Xyz monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, then apply the following effect depending on the returned monster's card type. If it was a Ritual or a Fusion monster, you draw a card. And if it was a Synchro or an Xyz monster, this card gains 1,000 attack. That's a permanent boost. He's already starting at 2k, so that's a permanent boost up to 3k.
I mean, I like that it's an extender and that it loops, or that it helps you recycle.
You can only use this effect of Yakuza, Lord of the 8 Thunders, once per turn. Now, I'm curious, Ritual, Fusion... Okay, Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or Xyz. They did not include Pendulum, because there are Pendulum, Fusion, Synchros, Ritual, and Xyz monsters, and that would get kind of confusing on which effect to resolve.
Yeah, that's true.
So no Pendulum and no Link. It's just from the original... Well, not the original 4. But the original 4. Up to Arc 5. Pre-Arc 5.
All right. Next pack. We have Scareclaw Astra. Dogmatic Clergy. Heroic Challenger Morning Star. I think this is one of the extenders. If you control 2 or more warrior monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Pretty neat. Another Ancient Warrior. And Therian
Bull Ein.
The General Probe. This is for Symphonic Warriors.
Yep. Another Emperor versus Bergeroth, MK2.
The DJ.
And DJ. Hey, Ultra, nice. The Weather Painter.
Weather Painter Moon Bow.
Not rainbow, moonbow.
Moonbow. Nice.
Nice.
I have
She's
friends that
good.
are looking
Yep.
for that. The
Yep.
deck has gotten so much more control based.
What is that?
It's the Weather Painter Link.
Oh.
All right. We'll go through the rest of these packs pretty quickly. I know that we
Well,
have
so
enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one to the back.
Sorry, one more.
Here.
I almost did this backwards.
There we go. And then we'll just pack word this. So I got a DJJ. You got a surprise chain. Heroic Champion Yarn Gripper.
Mine can be special summoned with Pendulum. And it's a 0 scale.
0
I
scale.
win.
That's good.
Ancient Warrior Saga.
Scareclaw Belone. Scareclaw. Yeah.
This one.
Scareclaw.
Special summon an Ancient Warrior
Belone.
monster from your hand. Take damage equal to its level times 1.
That's the one we're looking at. Was the storyline one.
Yeah.
So this is one of the Scareclaw supports. They're all Earth Beasts.
I'm just like I'm ruining the
Check it. Battle Guard Cadet. It's the little guy.
Therion Reaper.
Nice. Scareclaw Acro.
Okay, this is more Scareclaw.
Yep.
Reverse Jar.
Pendulum Scale.
Oh.
I love the art on some of these. They're really cool.
If this just didn't bounce them and then reset them, that'd be great. But it just doesn't feel
It's
like a jar.
reverse.
It just doesn't feel like a jar to me.
It looks like a jar.
Well, it is a. Yeah, sure.
Colonel on C string.
Ah, the other warrior extender summons 2
Yep.
warrior monsters.
If this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 2 level 4 lower warrior monsters with different names from your hand in defense position. Not bad.
You can make what is it? Shockmaster with it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Or number 10 Illuminate because he's a light attribute.
Shut up.
Omega
terrible.
Judgment.
Oh, I already went to the.
Yeah, you're fine. Zombie Reborn. That's a good one.
I like Zombie Reborn.
I'm gonna see what our foil is, and then I want to come back to this card because this is interesting. Oh, our foil is Scareclaw Sklash.
Sklash.
God, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, Sclash. Sklash.
Scareclaw.
All right, real quick before we move on to the next one. Omega Judgment. I want you to listen to this card. Target 1 face-up monster card in your spell and trap zone, and 2 cards your opponent controls. Destroy them.
Oh, that is an interesting card.
Target a monster card in your spell and trap zone.
Well, it would just have to be a spell. Like, it makes sense when you see a card like, you know, Savage Dragon, who equips from the deck or from the graveyard to the monster. So it is a monster card that's equipped to Savage.
But isn't it treated as an equip spell? Because like Crystal Beasts, for example, when they are destroyed by opponent's cards, battle or card effect, they can be sent to your spell and trap card zone. But while they're there, they're treated as continuous spell cards. And that specifically says target a monster card in your spell and trap
yeah,
zone.
that kind of seems unplayable to me.
The only thing that we could figure out was the artwork is Vylons. And they are monsters that equip themselves from the graveyard when they're used as material.
So Vylon support?
Vylon support,
Vylon support.
unions,
Vylon Icarus.
Union monsters.
What's its type?
Maybe
Do
Union
Union
This is
monsters
trap.
count as equipped spells when equipped, or are they monsters with Union abilities?
Oh my word. I think that's really the only thing that we would have to think about. I'll have to
Or
look into that.
does the way that the card wording is worded overwrite all of it, and Sapphire Pegasus is still a monster card, but it's not a monster at the time?
I think they're both relevant ideas.
Because if that's the case, then it has a lot more potential.
You have an Icarus.
Yes. Well, I already have an Icarus
A
attack,
trap
thank you. I have
trickable-
Cobalt Eagle.
Knuckle
Trap
Sword.
trickable Icarus.
Back up.
I already
team.
have a Trap Trickable Icarus attack. It's called Icarus Attack. Because I have a Cobalt Eagle.
Libromancer Bonded.
Nice.
you have
The ritual
both.
spell.
The Ritual Spell. Finally!
Yep. Another Haunted Zombies. Another Scareclaw Acro, Pendulum Scale, and the Colonel. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one to the back. And we've got Ichiroku's Ledger Book, Parasomnia Pillow.
During your end phase, if you destroyed a equipped monster. Oh, it's an equipped spell.
Yes, so it's equipped
It's
spell. It
destroyed.
says, during the end phase, you can destroy the equipped monster.
Uh-huh.
That's the first sentence.
Oh, okay.
If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 Parasomnia token, level 1, attack, defense 0, with the equipped monster's original type, attribute, and attack. Then equip this card to that token. You can only use each effect of Parasomnia Pillow once per turn. It's interesting. It's
There's a lot of destruction effects,
Yes.
and then trying to get more value off of
Well, there's a lot of destruction effects, and it says during the end phase you can destroy the equipped monster.
What's that? I hear
Not Unchained, but I was actually thinking, the first thing that I was thinking of is actually Dragonic Diagram.
Well, the first thing that I thought was you can put equip spells on your opponent's monsters.
It doesn't say anything about...
It doesn't say on a monster you control. It says during the end phase, destroy the equipped monster. So it's slow because it's during the end phase, but you can just play this onto your opponent's monster. And then at the end phase, it dies, and you get a token that has
With
the same attack.
stats. That's pretty cool, yeah. I like that a lot.
Mad Mauler, Reverse Jar, Al Ghul Mazera. This is a oh shoot, what's the word? What Zera, Warrior of Zera archetype support. Yeah, it's a zombie version of Zera.
I'm getting so many retrains.
Yes, retrains and new support stuffs. I like it. All the art. Symphonic Warrior rocks. It's the
level
whole
10.
band.
Oh my gosh,
And the
scale
band.
10.
This guy? Yeah,
No,
no, scale 10.
And the band played on.
Yeah. Predaplant Bufolicula. Materiactor Annulus.
The new Materiactor, the third one.
Annulus.
Honest.
Annulus.
Wait,
Now,
wait.
Materia. There's
I
more
know,
letters
I
in
know,
there.
I know.
It's Annulus. Heroic Champion Clave Salish. Cool. Haven't seen him yet.
He's the one that boosts. He's literally like a Utopia double, I think.
All right.
The effect is a Utopia double.
All right. Takes 2 level 4 monsters.
It already does. I mean, we already
Yeah.
have Utopia double, but we can do that. All right. Another one. We have.
Oh, are we?
We're on the next side.
Is this the first one on the next
This is
side?
the first
Okay,
one on the
hang
next side.
While we're halfway, we got some OTS packs from our local game store for being an OTS store. So yeah, I figured it would be fun to
shuffle
interrupt. We're gonna briefly interrupt your regularly scheduled programming. We got the Phantom Knights of Silent Boots and a Dark Magical Circle. A little bit
Easy.
too late for that, but I like that we got a Circle as a common reprint.
All good
And
cards.
the Taco Super Rare. Hey,
I love
it's a bug.
Magyar. I love
It's a
Magyar.
bug. This was such a good reprint, truthfully.
Honestly, yes.
Truthfully, B-Troopers needed it. We needed it just as a generic Fusion reprint because Tournament Pack was its only printing before this. It's still technically a Tournament Pack, but it's a recent Tournament Pack. It's not old, vintage, hard to find. So, I am okay with that. And I want to save one for after, for the very end.
Another taco? Yes.
Another
it is.
taco. We got Nordic stuffs. Dvirg of the Nordic Alfar and Tansgam Major
We're so tired of this point.
Tannngn. Tannoster of the Nordic Beasts. And our taco, watch it be another bug. Ah, it's a token collector.
Token collector's good
Cool.
though. Sweet.
Nice. Alright,
Alright, here we go.
back to your regularly scheduled program.
Let's try to get these all. We got the Symphonic Boy. We got the card, the Vlan support. More Predaplants. Surprise Chain. This is new, isn't it?
No, we've had a few of those.
We've seen these already? Alright, we can keep going. Alternative.
Nice. The
Devouring
sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus. Crow Tengu.
Crow Tengu.
Vlan Hydra and
Vlan. Odd Eyes Wing Dragon. Nice.
Begs the question, will there be a Tengu archetype?
Tengu archetype, just in name. Maybe.
Crow. What is
But
this
then we'll
one?
get a reprint of Reborn Tengu saying
Zombie. If
it
this
is
card in your
not
possession is destroyed by
a
opponent's
Tengu.
card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon it from the graveyard. You can target one attack position monster your opponent controls, destroy it.
So Scareclaw Belone. Parasomnia Pillow.
Oh, this one has something good. It has that
You think?
crease. Yeah,
Mm.
I think with the crease, I've been seeing that a lot recently. If it's there,
I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah,
a
there's
small
that
error.
print line straight down the middle of a lot of these cards. Protoplant Triantis. Oh,
Oh, yep.
whoop, I skipped somehow.
I don't know if you did.
I did, because there's 5 behind here.
At least
It
you
should be
got.
4 and
This
4.
is the Therion.
Yeah, Endless
Foolish?
Engine Arguro system. Oh, our gyro. I can read.
I gyro.
that's a
Oh, I
Therian.
can't read. That's why I play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh no, this is Therion.
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
a
yeah,
Therion.
yeah.
It's
Send
the
one-
one that sends, and then you do something else. I can't remember.
Send one Therion card from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target a Therion card in your graveyard. If both are still in... Wow, how many times does it say graveyard?
Oh yeah, this recycles. I don't know.
Yeah, listen. Send one Therion card from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Therion card in your graveyard. If both are still in your graveyard, add either that card or this card to your hand. And if you do, place the other on the bottom of your deck. You can only use one Endless Engine R Gyro system effect per turn, and only once that turn.
All right.
Not bad. So that's our third Ultra.
I really would have liked the field spell, but
We have 3 Ultras in the secret, bunch of supers.
we're hoping that this
should
is
have-
probably going to be the secret in one of these packs.
Let's see if I can do it right this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be the 5th card. Should be 4 on the front and 4 on the back. So
Oh,
we're gonna
yep.
find out. Nice.
This one I think is the.
That's the materia reactor. Or are you saying that's the secret because of the
I think
crease?
it's because of there's the crease in there.
Here's we'll find out. Heroic Challenger Knuckle Sword
I was in the background.
and materia reactor Annulus.
Symphonic.
Warrock Medium.
Guitar.
That's a move.
Vivid Tail. We already pulled this one earlier, but if you couldn't see before, it's Masquerena on her bike with a very vivid tail.
Ooh, nice vivid tail.
Mega Judgment.
For the plant.
DJJ. Another vivid tail.
Vivid tail.
The Colonel.
We've kind of already gone over
We got
a
the
lot of
KFC
these.
guy. Double Exclusion.
guy?
What's the Colonel? It's Colonel on
Opponent
C string.
controls when your
It's-
opponent
it's,
activates a monster effect. Oh, it's a counter
Yeah,
trap.
it's XX Saber.
And they have to discard a card. Ooh, it's like a. Any
So
cards in
it's
graveyard
a
discard.
counter trap that says when your opponent activates a monster effect in their hand, negate that activation. Then, if they have any cards in their hand, you discard one card from their hand of their choice. So, it's XX Exclusion or Double Exclusion, however you want to pronounce the archetype. So you got Gothams on the art, but it is not an X Saber card. You do not need X Saber stuff. This is generic, can go in any deck and stops hand traps.
Can't see it now.
I think that's pretty neato.
Yeah, kind of a cool little
Mad
Mauler.
Mauler.
Yeah, Mad Mauler. Yamatoko Orochi, still an adorable card. Do you have
one more after this?
okay.
Kurotengu.
Kurotengu? And then the final card of each pack, you think it's yours, so we'll
I think
go...
mine has the secret.
Oh,
but-
I was wrong. I have Rocks and then a Motor Frenzy. We got more of this Motor archetype. If this card is normal, special summon, or if another machine is normal or special summon to your field, you can activate this effect until the end of your opponent's turn. That normal or special summon monsters gain attack equal to half its original defense. Also, its battle position cannot be changed. If this tribute summoned card is sent to the graveyard, because it is level 6, you can special summon 2 engine tokens. Machine, Earth, level 1, 200 attack and defense. In attack position, you can only use each effect of Motor Frenzy once per turn. We had another Motor card in Ghosts from the Past 2, the second Haunting, recently. And so I think, and the engine archetype, engine kind of, from Yu-Gi-Oh! R, like the Fiendish Engine Omega, I think tie in with this. So it's not quite direct support, I don't think, but it's Motor. Motor is the new, and I think these are the only 2 cards. There's this and the
here
one
we
from
are
Ghosts from the
still
Past.
waiting for Vlan stuff.
Yeah, we're still waiting for armor cards from Vlan from Waking the Dragon's Arc. And Gate Guardian is still just Gate Guardian. No retrains,
Libromancer
no extra support.
prevented. It wasn't either.
Libromancer.
This one is the one that you can.
If they ever make that deck, I'm playing the hell out of it.
Oh, the
If
armor
you
deck?
control a
Yeah.
Libromancer monster, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls this turn. That face-up monster cannot be used as material.
That's kind of cool. Alright. Well, that did not open at all.
That's worrisome.
That was a pull tab that just pulled. No tab.
Therion stand-up.
Oh, excuse me.
Scareclaw alternative. Oh, I just made it all the way
There
to
you go. Your super rare
is Chow
Sai the Ghost Stopper.
Spellcaster, neither player can activate the effects of spell and trap cards in the graveyard, so it stops Eldritch.
Oh, wow.
If this card's sent from field to graveyard, you can target one spell or trap card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it.
It is
It's
a
a spellcaster.
spellcaster. It is a level 4 dark spellcaster with 1900
Summon it
attack.
Off navigation.
Yes, it's not a retrain, but it's the spell and trap variant to Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer. It stops monster effects and
Yep.
can banish them.
Oh my.
It's the yeah.
Except for it doesn't need to inflict battle damage.
I was gonna say it's not the Ghost Destroyer. It's the
It
Ghost
is-
Stopper.
Yeah, it's a complete floodgate. It is good.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghost Stopper.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Therian Stand Up. Divine Dragon Titanomachia. Therian Duke Yule. Ice Jade Curse. Supreme Sea Mare. Materia Rector Annulus. Sunlit Sentinel. And one more?
more?
Nope. Behind. Haunted Zombies. This is our next card. Foil. Woo. Hey, the secret!
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Therian King Regulus.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a good one. Yep, I'm excited about that
Nice.
one.
That's awesome.
He's cool looking too. Sweet. Not bad for two
No,
secrets.
honestly, the two secrets were pretty good. This probably would be better later down the line, but that right now,
This is
I was
good
good in
right now.
ABC. It's good in.
Could have been a Starlight.
Could have been a Starlight. I mean, I don't know. We did.
We could still get a
we could-
Starlight.
I think it was a little deeper down in the pack. You
He's
never
a
know.
big old Therian machine. I like it.
This
yeah.
one does. it
Camera
negates-
doesn't do it justice, but the secret's nice on him.
Go faster, faster.
Here we go.
Let's see. We got our
Light-
little fairy, Light Law.
Medium.
Jeez, these polls keep on.
Hey, they have to have something good.
Man,
in
What
them,
geez.
right?
secret was that? Ethereum?
That's
Yeah, this is
the
the
king.
wow.
Yeah, King
Red
Regulus.
plant. I'm
Oh, the
messing-
Predaplant fusion.
I'm gonna go
Yep.
up.
Yeah.
Backup team. Predaplant. Trias. And oh my gosh, Libromancer, the Mystical.
Nice art. Bunch of little spellcaster witch kind of stuff. Fairy ritual. Do we have any other? Oh yeah, Dorito. I was like, do we have any? Duh. All of
All of the
all
fucking
of
heralds.
Cyber Angels,
Drytron?
Heralds, Dryton. Never mind. Ignore me. Like, who do we have?
We don't
any
have any
fairy
rep-
ritual
do we have any,
monsters?
do we have any reptile rituals? No.
Oh wow.
No. We barely have Xyz rituals. Or
What?
sorry,
barely
sorry.
have reptiles.
Yeah, we
Like,
barely have
obviously.
reptiles. Ice Jade Curse, Amphibious Bergeroth MK2, Predaplant Biblisp, Therian Duke Yule, Symphonic Warrior Rocks, Supreme Sea Mare, Materia Rector Annulus.
Oh.
So our last one's a fusion with 3,000 attack.
I don't know what that would be. I really don't. 3,000 and 0 defense? Maybe it's the Predaplant fusion?
3,000 attack, 0 defense. The branded fusion?
Well, I think that's also a secret.
It's an
isn't
ultra, isn't it? Or a secret?
It's a secret. Maybe an extra one? I don't know if it has 0 defense, though.
I don't know who's in the set.
Here, I'll
The
open-
dragon, the cursed dragon.
Ooh, actually, it is probably the Dynamorphia.
Oh.
Yep,
Yep.
the Dynamorphia. Yeah.
Yep, you're right. Dynamorphia Rexsturm.
The Floodgate.
Oh, that guy's cool.
I think
Dinosaur fusion.
I think that is the rest of all the good
I
stuff. out
was
of
gonna
the
say
set.
that's our fourth.
We have the Heroic Challenger, Morning. This one, yeah. So this is the
Yeah,
Floodgate. It
yeah.
makes so that if you have life, your opponent can't activate.
Look how cool that art
cards
is,
or
too.
effects.
He takes a Dynamorphia
monsters-
fusion monster plus a Dynamorphia monster.
Yeah. So Frenzy summons them real easily.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Branded Loss. Oh gosh.
Get
Heroic.
Heroic Envoy.
All right, last 3. Do we have anything else fun in this? Probably
Could be a
not.
Starlight.
Let's hope and pray that it's something worth.
Woo! Dropping cards.
This one doesn't have any.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one. We both got reverse jar? Did you? Or no, I had
No,
that.
I had-
Okay. Reverse jar.
Predaplant. I think it's amazing.
Ichiroku's. Bull Ein. Or Medium.
There you go.
Yeah, reverse jar.
Reverse jar.
Scareclaw Acro. Pendulum Scale. Scareclaw Astra. I think that's our first one of that. They're all level 3
I think I've seen the Astra in the beginning of it.
level 3 Earth beasts.
Back up
for
team.
the entire archetype.
The
Woo! Musical
Minus-
sumo dice games. All right.
Whoop. Therion
Therion Cross, nice. And Therion Charge.
Nice. Therion box, definitely indeed. All right, last one.
Last pack of our Dimension Force Premier Prize Packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want the top half or the bottom half?
Doesn't matter.
Which one do you think has the better cards?
I'm not doing the top half. Nope, I lied. Haunted. This guy's good.
Haunted's always good.
I don't know if I have like anything super amazing in this.
You got the big dragon. You got the divine dragon.
Yeah, I guess. I think you win that one.
All right, last card. Starlight.
What do we have? Ah. Starlight.
Starlight Ghost Bell. Right here. Right now. Oh,
Oh, it's the Sylvan.
the Sylvan, yeah.
Dance Prony.
Dance
Another
Peony.
Sylvan?
Yeah, she's a Link. Sylvan
Very
Dance
nice.
Peony.
Oh, I think overall, like the set's
It's
pretty.
It's not.
kind of like
it's not amazing, but it has solid cards.
I think eventually we'll see these be. A
Oh,
lot of
and-
these cards be in the meta. Oh, the one
One
last,
more.
One last.
One last OTS pack. But yeah, I like the set. Dimension Force I think has some really cool cards. Therians are going to be an interesting archetype to see.
Like they mix in with Sylvans, they mix in with ABC very well. A lot of machine decks really like this card.
Vampire Retainer and Incantation Pencil Plume.
That definitely looks like a potential ulti.
I don't see Tacoing. This might be.
A pretty nice looking card. Ended off really nicely. Oh, yep.
All right, drum roll.
Let's go.
Zeus!
Sick.
Nice. I picked correctly then.
Yep. That's a good way to end it off. Thank you to our OTS store for hosting the Dimension Force premiere so that we could get these OTS packs and our prize packs from the premiere. Like I said, I like Dimension Force as a set. I don't think that it's super incredible. There's not anything that I think is really meta-defining in like the current, but I think that there are a lot of cool things that are leading up to in future sets. It's going to be I think
Just
it's
how Fallen of Albaz was
Mm-hmm.
not very good in the beginning.
yeah, it took a long time for
I think
it.
we have the Starfrost.
Yes,
Definitely.
Scareclaws and stuff are going to be.
Probably going to be the set to look out for.
Therians are kind of similar with that we'll see what they progress with. But I think that it'll be, I don't think it's an amazing buy everything right now for it set, but I think it's a solid set. There's a lot of cards that, you know, you go into your store, you buy a single pack, you pull a super rare. Most of the time, a super
I
rare is going
always
to be
look
decent.
at sets that have green in them as something to look out for. For whatever reason, it really does produce a lot of green, if you know what I'm talking about.
There you
later
go.
on.
There you go. I mean, Flames of Destruction had barely any green, and it was a really good set.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm looking at
That's not
Return of the
always
Duelist, which
fair.
has like a lot of green in it.
well, Maximum Crisis had nothing, and it came with Ash Blossom.
Maximum Crisis was
I guess it
yellow?
was kind of green. It was a greenish tinge.
yellowish things.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Like I said before, go support your local game store so that your local game store can become an OTS store and get premiere events like this if you enjoy seeing what... we didn't pull any sphere modes earlier tonight. You can't-
I know.
So support your local game store so that they can host premiere events like this and you can have prizes and OTS packs. It really helps them a lot, especially in the current economy with COVID and big chain stores. You know, before COVID, they were having a hard time just because Walmart and Amazon are so much easier. But your local game store has play area where you can go and play in events. Walmart does not, so go
hang
support.
out.
Yep, just go hang out, make friends with your owners, with your employees. They love seeing you, unless you're annoying, so don't be annoying. Give them some love. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you next week for our Dimension Force opening. This was just our prize packs from the premiere tonight. So we will have a few more, probably 2, maybe 3 boxes more. We'll see.
We'll see how much we.
We'll see how much we are able to get our hands on. But we will be opening some more. Try to get a Starlight maybe, or some of those other cool secret rares that have come out in the set. So stay tuned for that. We will for sure be doing that when we get our set at our local OTS store next week. Thanks again for watching.